So this is it, it's Friday and game day. Time to see if all of those weeks of hard work have paid off since Seattle, St. Louis, wherever we are, they all start with an S. It'll be good to see how those brakes work now. The guys finished off putting in the 15-pound pressure switches overnight, so hopefully the brakes are working, unlike yesterday. And just like yesterday, the forecast for rain today is just solid the entire day. We've thrown a couple of bottles of nitrous in the truck and one in the car on the warmer, just in case it does dry out and we end up running the nitrous. We need those bottles to be at pressure and ready to go. But other than that, there's not too much to report just yet, so I'll check back in after our first round of practice. So the first round of top 32 is run and won. Fortunately, we gave the Eurofighter her first taste of victory, which is a very nice thing. My lead run against Stuckey was pretty solid. I tapped the wall ever so slightly midway through, which caused a little bit of a bobble, but no big deal. Finished the run, hit all the zones without any issues. On my chase run, I had reasonable proximity to Stuckey, but as we came off the bank, he just went a little bit wide, hit the water and spun. Fortunately, I spun with him and didn't put any damage on the car, and so now we're through to the top 16.
Robinson, and just as I say that, Love, looks like he makes a small correction, does not extend himself past the edge of the track. Some wavering there, throws it back out there. Robinson, a correction. Now bring it to that final outside zone. Hold on, as I believe, okay, there is Josh, and one more time from Brian Eggert, and I believe, and there you go. Is that what you wanted?
So unfortunately, that's all she wrote for this weekend. What to say? It's the teething issues of a new chassis. When I was driving the car, we couldn't figure out why it wasn't revving out. It was stopping a good couple of thousand RPM before redline. So when I was on the bank trying to chase, it felt like it was a misfire. We thought it was the plugs. Everything was pointing towards that. It kind of sounded like that. Something was definitely off. It wasn't until after the run when we came in and we checked the data, and basically the car, because of how cold it is, the water temperature wasn't getting over 74 degrees. And so that's in part because of the rain and the rear radiator setup. Basically the water falls on there, and so it's just always cold. The static temperature today is probably 60 degrees. And in the tuning map for the car, if it's not over 80 degree water temperature, it pulls out 1,500 RPM so that you can't damage the motor when it's too cold. We're gonna have to work on that, and it really, really sucks to go out with such a trivial issue. It's also our first time running the car in the rain, so we didn't know that it was not going to get up to that target temperature before it would give us the full range of operation. And so that's it for this weekend. It's definitely a bitter pill to swallow, and I would have loved more than anything to put this thing on the podium, but now we know what it does in these conditions. We can factor that in and get ready for Formula Drift in Texas in just a few weeks' time. Thanks so much for watching and all of your support, and I hope to see you then. We've been staying at a lake house this week, and for whatever reason, it's now midnight on Friday, and it seems like a good idea to go for a swim in the water that's about 38 degrees Fahrenheit, or ever so slightly above freezing temperature. Here we go! Send it!
FD Seattle, practice 2.